I remember once I was at a party, maybe 6 years ago. It was one of the first parties I went to, and all I wanted to do was to fit in. And who were these people I was trying to fit in with? All of them were drunk, most of them way too drunk, and they were all over the place, yelling with degenerate rap music bumping through the speakers. Eventually, someone threw up in the room where pretty much everyone, besides me, thank God, had put their bags and shoes and stuff. This, combined with people saying that the neighbors had called the cops, led to an immediate evacuation. This is kind of a standard party when you're young and stupid, at least from my experience. And when people start improving themselves and they begin this journey, they generally start questioning this. Are these really the people that I want to surround myself with? You start understanding that since you're the average of the 5 people you spend most time with, you might want to pick 5 people that you want to be like. So you get on self-improvement and you realize this. Then what happens? You get isolated, you feel lonely, and even if you don't become isolated, you still feel lonely. Because you feel like no one is thinking the way you do. You're thinking big and you want to be better tomorrow than you are today, while the people around you are just happy with seeking pleasure in the moment. And this can be a bit sad to think about. I used to call this the curse of self-improvement. How you start operating on a different wavelength than the people around you, so you feel like few people understand you, and you usually feel kind of lonely. And I still think this is the case to a certain degree. But here's the thing. The truth I wish I knew sooner. It's all going to change for you. Because in reality, it's not simply that you don't think like everyone else around you and you're alone now. What's really happening is that you will always attract people with similar quality as yourself. People that do operate on the same level as you. So before, when you weren't on this path, you resonated well with the people around you because you were on the same wavelength. But now you resonate with people on a different wavelength. And what that means is that you won't only become a bit distanced from the people you resonated well with before. You will also start attracting people that are on the wavelength that you're on now. You will, after some time, start finding new people around you that are on the same road as yourself. This is what I didn't quite see before, but I do now. There's a light at the end of that tunnel. You will start meeting people that have fantastic mindsets, people that challenge you to grow, and that help you improve as much as possible. And from where you're at now, it might feel like that's not the case. You may feel like there aren't really any people like that around, but there are. And even though you haven't met them yet and they're more rare than the average person, you will meet these people eventually. And when you do, you will resonate with them instead. And these people are more rare because they're the top 1% or higher. How many people are like us, doing everything in their power to grow every day? It's not even 1 in 100. So it makes sense if you haven't gotten to know someone like this yet, but you will. And it's honestly quite beautiful that it's rare. If it wasn't rare to be on this journey, then what would set you apart from the masses? So be persistent and stay on this journey of self-improvement. It's so important, but it's also equally important that you stay critical, which is why you should watch this video next. And click here to subscribe. And click the link in the description for a completely free 30-minute call with me, where we just sit down and work on optimizing your self-improvement journey. I will talk to you soon, brother. Until then, earn your sleep.